Dave stood on the bustling street, hands in his pockets, lost in thought. As he gazed across the way, he noticed Christopher, who seemed to radiate joy. A wide grin adorned Christopher's face, and his eyes sparkled with an unmistakable happiness. Dave couldn't help but mumble to himself. He took a moment to observe Christopher from a distance, trying to decipher the source of his friend's apparent elation.
What's got Christopher so happy today? Did he win the lottery or something? I should go over and ask him. It's not every day you see someone looking that cheerful.
As Dave contemplated approaching Christopher, a mix of curiosity and a desire to share in his friend's joy motivated him. Taking a deep breath, he decided to cross the street and find out the reason behind Christopher's happiness.
Hey Christopher, how's it going? Hey Dave, I'm doing great, man. How about you? Not too shabby. You seem unusually happy today. What's the secret? Oh, you won't believe it. My uncle, who works at the government office, just got a big tender approved for me. I'm going to be rolling in money soon.
Dave feigned enthusiasm. He could single quote and he believed what was happening. Christopher had been doing so well lately, and the didn't single quote and he make him happy at all.
Wow, that's fantastic news, Christopher. Congratulations. You must be over the moon. Absolutely, I couldn't believe it when he told me. It's like a dream come true.
Dave forces a smile.
That's amazing, Christopher. I'm genuinely happy for you. Thanks, Dave. I knew you'd be thrilled for me. Yeah, of course. It's just, unexpected good news can catch you off guard. I get it. But hey, good things happen to everyone eventually, right?
Dave forces another smile.
Absolutely, Christopher. I'll catch you later, though. Got something I need to take care of. See you around. Sure thing, Dave. Take care.
Dave walks away, a pang of jealousy gnawing at him. He can't shake the feeling that life has been unfair, and the contrast between his situation and Christopher's newfound wealth is hard to ignore. Dave strolled down the quiet neighborhood street, the crunch of fallen leaves beneath his shoes echoing his discontent. As he walked, he couldn't help but mutter to himself, his frustration evident in the lines on his forehead and the grumbling in his voice.
Just great. Just absolutely great. Christopher's life is going up, 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 and where am I? Stuck in this financial rut.
He kicked a pebble on the sidewalk, his annoyance manifesting in his every step.
I mean, seriously. Out of the blues, Christopher's uncle gets to win him this huge tender, which means soon he'll be swimming in money, and here I am, struggling to make ends meet. It's like the universe is playing favorites, and I'm not on the winning team.
He shook his head, the bitterness evident in his voice.
I've been working my tail off, and for what? Nothing. Meanwhile, Christopher's will soon be rolling in dough, probably planning some luxurious vacation or buying a fancy new car. It's not like I haven't been trying. I've tightened my belt so much it's practically cutting into my skin. And for what? More bills, more debt, more stress.
Dave's discontent grew as he continued his one-sided conversation with the imaginary audience in his head. He let out a frustrated sigh, shoulders slumping.
I just want a shot at a better life. Is that too much to ask for? But no, life keeps kicking me while I'm down, and Christopher gets the golden ticket. It's not fair, and I won't let him enjoy all the good things. Let me come up with a plan.
As he reached a park bench, Dave sat down, staring off into the distance with a mix of envy and despair. He rested his head in his hands, wondering when the tide would turn in his favor.
Hey Dave, how's it going? Hey bro. I'm doing well, thanks. What's up? You remember the tender that I told you I won through my uncle's connections? Now I need to supply furniture to the government ministry. It's a big project, and I could use some help picking out the right pieces. Would you be interested in assisting me with the shopping? Wow, that's awesome news, Christopher. I'd be more than happy to help you out with the furniture shopping. When do you want to start? Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. How about we meet up tomorrow afternoon? We can go over the requirements and start looking for suitable options. Perfect! Tomorrow works for me.
As they discuss the shopping plans, Dave contemplates his ulterior motive. He sees this as a chance to sabotage Christopher and prevent his success in the project.
Thanks, Dave. This project is essential for me, and I really trust your judgment when it comes to furniture. Let's do this tomorrow. Absolutely, Christopher. We'll make sure everything is top-notch. I can't wait to get started.
Dave conceals his true intentions, maintaining a friendly demeanor while secretly plotting to undermine Christopher's efforts.
Loving Master in heaven, I come before you this evening, thanking you for your grace and mercy. Thank you for my life. You have been my rock and fortress, and I am truly grateful for the shield of your love that surrounds me. I humbly lift up to you the recent blessing of securing the big tender. I recognize that it is by your grace and favor that this opportunity has come my way. I pray, Lord, that you continue to watch over me in this endeavor, guiding my steps and decisions so that it may lead to prosperity not just for myself but for those around me. As I embark on this journey, I commit my work to you, dear Lord. May my efforts be aligned with your will, and may I be a vessel for your purpose in all that I do. Grant me the wisdom and discernment to navigate challenges and the strength to persevere in times of difficulty. I also bring before you any plans that the enemy may have against me. I trust in your power to scatter and dismantle any schemes that seek to harm me. Cloak me in your protective armor, Lord, and let your light shine brightly to dispel any darkness around me. In Jesus' mighty name I pray, Amen. I have to come up with something. Christopher cannot be gloating about his success to meanwhile I suffer in silence. Look at me. I started this business way before Christopher set foot in this town, but he's barely been here for 2 years, and he's already on his way to greatness. I simply cannot let that happen. I must come up with a cool plan to get him off track. He won't even know what hit him. Nonsense. How can a small boy come to this town and try to overtake big boys like us? I will make him look so bad, even get him arrested since he's dealing with the government. That funny smile on his face will be a thing of the past. Nonsense. We need to go over the list and counter-check that everything meets the requirements. They are making 50% of the payment up front and the remaining 50% as soon as the delivery is done. True. Let's check the quality and material used to make the furniture and then make the order for the delivery. Don't worry about a thing. I'm gonna be by your side all the way till we conclude this business. Oh, thanks, Dave, for being such a supportive friend. You're 1 in a million. What could I do without you? Don't worry, bro. That's what friends are for. Who does he think he is? Christopher this, Christopher that. I did this, I did that. Oh please, he can't do anything without boasting about it? I can't stand it. I cannot wait for them to process the payment so that I can put my plan into place. I will talk to the bad boys to lay ambush and make him withdraw all that money, and then we'll see how he will pay for the goods. His uncle will not believe it when he goes crying to him about the theft. I will make sure he doesn't have anything good to smile about in his life. Let me go and talk to the bad boys so that I will alert them once Christopher is paid for them to help fast-track my plans.
Dave nervously approached the group of bad boys, eyeing them cautiously before initiating the conversation.
Hello there. I've heard you guys are good at certain things. I need a bit of help with the job, you know?
Jobs don't come cheap, buddy. What are we talking about here?
Dave looks around, making sure no one's eavesdropping.
There's this guy, Christopher. He's got a lot of cash, and I want to share. I'm thinking of getting it once I confirm he's withdrawn it from the bank. You guys interested?
You want us to do a heist for you?
Yeah, exactly. But it's gotta be smooth. No mess.
Smooth doesn't come cheap either. What's in it for us?
I can pay you, of course. And to show I'm serious, I'll give you a down payment right now.
Dave hands over a wad of cash to the bad boys, who count it with satisfied grins. The bad boys exchange glances, seemingly satisfied with the arrangement.
All right, I'm listening. But we need details.
I'll get Christopher to tell me of his plans and when he'll withdraw the money. Once the money's in, I'll give you a call. You do your thing, and we split the loot. Here's this. I'll call you when it's time. And trust me, there's a big payday waiting for you.
You better not be messing with us, Dave. When that phone rings, we expect everything to be in place.
You won't be disappointed. Just be ready when I call.
Since Christopher trusted Dave as he thought him to be his trusted friend, He informed him about his plans to go to the bank on Monday so as to pay for the consignment and proceed with the delivery. Dave immediately informed his gang about these plans. God had different plans for his son Christopher.
Hey bro. Remember I told you that I'll inform you as soon as the ministry makes payment on that consignment deal? I need to go to the bank on Monday to sort out the payment. Oh, that's great, man. I'm glad you trust me enough to share this with me. You know I've got your back. Thanks for letting me know.
Monday morning, as Christopher is about to leave for the bank, his phone rings. He nearly ignores it since the number on the screen is unknown to him, but feels it might be somebody with an important message.
Hello. Christopher, it's your cousin. Your mom is seriously ill. You need to come to the village right away. What? I'll be right there.
Christopher is shocked beyond words and leaves without a second thought. Meanwhile, at a rendezvous point, the gang is eagerly waiting for Christopher to get to the bank as Dave had already communicated that he had left his house.
We've got intel on the gang that's been causing trouble. Let's move in. Let's moving fast before they get away. They must be planning something for them to be found there.
Police apprehend the gang members, but 2 of them escape the net.
Put your hands where I can see them. You're surrounded. Don't even think about escaping. You're all under arrest for your criminal activities.
What the? How did they know we are here?
Dave set us up.
We're all going down because of him.
We can't let him get away with this. We have to deal with him tonight.
Meanwhile, Dave had tried getting in touch with the gang leader, but couldn't reach him. He was decided to visit them the following day since it had gotten late. Unaware of the looming danger, Dave was deeply asleep when the 2 gang members struck. On the other hand, Christopher got to the village well and took his mother to the hospital.
I'm so tired. I just hope these boys have a good explanation for switching of their phones. They will know who they're dealing with tomorrow. Come to think of it again, why has Christopher not called me to inform me of the theft? Let me sleep so that I can get up early enough and then start with Christopher's house and then visit the gang.
The 2 guys from the gang broke into Dave's house and carried out their plan. They shot him dead, leaving a lifeless body behind.
That one is for betraying us, Dave. Go well to the ancestors.
Christopher woke up to the ringing of his phone. Groggy and disoriented, he answered it to hear the shocking news of Dave's untimely death. The words echoed in his ears, leaving him stunned and heartbroken. Dave, a friend since childhood, had fallen victim to the violence of the very gang they had always feared. As Christopher processed the news, he couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness. Questions swirled in his mind about the circumstances leading to Dave's demise. Was it a targeted attack, or simply a random act of violence? Christopher's thoughts raced, and he couldn't find solace in sleep. That night, as he finally drifted into a restless slumber, an unexpected visitor entered his dreams.
Christopher, Dave harbored plans against you, fueled by the darkness that surrounded him. But fear not, for those plans have been thwarted. The Lord has intervened, and you are safe.
Christopher awoke with a mix of emotions, relief, confusion, and a newfound sense of spiritual awareness. The dream lingered in his thoughts as he navigated the challenging days that followed. The loss of Dave weighed heavily on him, but the assurance from the angel provided a glimmer of hope and a reminder that there might be forces at play beyond the tangible world. As he continued to care for his mother in the village, Christopher couldn't help but reflect on the fragility of life and the unseen battles being fought around him. He was left with no choice but to contemplate on his own path and the relationships he held dear.
I thought Dave was my true friend. This is so unbelievable.
Christopher sat alone in his bedroom, a heavy feeling of betrayal weighing on his chest. He had considered Dave a close friend, someone he could confide in and share the intricacies of his life. Little did he know that beneath the surface, Dave was harboring malevolent intentions. As Christopher reflected on the situation, he couldn't help but feel a mix of anger and gratitude. Anger at the deception that had unfolded, and gratitude for a higher power that had shielded him from the sinister plans that Dave had devised. With a deep sigh, he whispered a quiet prayer of thanks.
Thank you, God, for revealing the truth and protecting me from harm. I may not understand why this happened, but I trust that your plan is greater than my understanding. Please continue to watch over me and keep my enemies at bay. Guide me as I navigate through life, and may I prosper under the shelter of your wings.
Be cautious about sharing every detail with those who seem supportive, as not everyone genuinely wishes you well. Some may revel in your challenges and failures. Guard your personal journey wisely. In Matthew 7:6-9, Jesus advises, "Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet, and turn and tear you to pieces." This cautions against sharing valuable aspects of your life with those who may not appreciate or respect them, emphasizing the importance of discernment in personal relationships.